How's it going? Hope you're doing well, because we are. With the Trophy Husbands, I'm Marcus.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Eric.
Joining us today, special guest Eric, who we've been trying to get onto the podcast here for quite some time. Unfortunately, Steve is unable to join because his parents were in town, so he's hanging out and chilling with his friends. And then Luke is actually in Pittsburgh, so we were able to manage to grab Eric. We're like, all right, we finally got him. Let's do this.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
So what's going on, guys? I mean, how we do it, Eric, I don't know if you've ever listened to the podcast, but how we do it is we normally take it. We take it from where we stopped off last weekend and move on forward and normally hit up into this past Friday. By the way, folks, we're recording on Saturday again. It's starting to get kind of back into our original schedule of Saturdays.
Yeah. Yep.
So we go from there, but let's start with last Saturday, considering that's when we last recorded. I did absolutely nothing after recording last Saturday. I pretty much just chilled at the apartment for the most part with Alex, and that was about it. I know you said you had something that you were going to do, didn't you, Marcus? Or were you just meeting up with some people?
No, I was just meeting up with some people, just hanging out. I met up with my friend, and it was like her friend's birthday, so we just went to the Waterway and we hung out, and then...
Oh man, the Waterway, I haven't been there in ages.
Yeah, they actually have really good food. Like, so
I've heard that.
You know what? I've had their food. I had like mozzarella sticks or something. They were solid.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember back in the day, Marcus, when like the Waterway was like, oh no, don't go to the Waterway unless you want to get shot.
I used to go to the Waterway all the time, like 2-3 years ago.
No, this goes back a little further than that. Like, probably right around the time I was turning 21, so, like, 5, almost 6 years ago now, like, it was a big thing where it was, like, almost every single week there was at least one shooting right by or inside, I think even on a couple of occasions, the Waterway.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I used to go because, like, my friend Adam, all of his friends that I became friends with, they would always go there and do karaoke on Saturdays.
Oh, okay. No, the last time I was there was, was a couple years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, when I had nothing going on for St. Patrick's Day. And, Steve, and then,
yours, Steve.
My Steve!
You can
yes.
He's yours.
You can have him, nobody wants him.
What's up, Meg?
She probably wouldn't disagree too much, honestly.
You're not wrong.
I mean, knowing Maggie. But Steve and my friend Danny and I, we had nothing going on this St. Patrick's Day. And so what we literally did was we just went from bar to bar to bar. Essentially, we'd walk in, we'd do an Irish car bomb, and then we'd sip on a Guinness for an hour. We'd leave, and we just kept jumping from bar to bar doing this. We went to like 8 or 9 different bars, and the Waterway happened to be one of those. It was just like, yep, go in, Irish car bomb, sip on a Guinness, alright, on to the next one. Like, that was our St. Patrick's Day night. It's kind of stupid, but pretty funny all in all.
The last time, I went to the Waterway. It was me, Topher, Sam, John, I think that might have been it. Now, for those, I mean, they obviously wouldn't know because we haven't had Sam on yet, but Sam literally does not have legs.
Yes.
So she just found out recently, I heard.
Yeah.
I also found out like right after that.
Yeah.
Really, you guys?
No, we didn't know because he always has like khakis on or track pants.
Yeah, he always has on pants. So
yeah,
you
it's never come up in conversation. It's not like anyone's going to be like, by the way, I don't have those, so...
By the way, legs, you got them or you don't? Because you're in or you're out, son.
Yeah, it's funny because he's always just like making leg jokes. But anyway, so we get there and he has on track pants, and then the bouncer's like, you can't get in here with those, like no athletic wear, like I'm sorry. And then John just like drops it on and he's like, he doesn't have legs, like that's why he's wearing them. And it was like a 30-second just like all of the wind just left the conversation and everyone got really quiet. And the bouncer, you could tell like the bouncer wasn't a dick.
The bouncer's like, oh shoot, what do I do?
He wasn't being an asshole about it. He was kind of like, look, man, I have to, like, this is my job.
Like, trust me, I'm not trying to.
Yeah. He's like, look, if you, all right, Just go inside, just go.
And not to say, the bouncers start giving him crap, just like, you have to pull the natural. It's like, are you leaving me and my kind now?
No, he was actually quite the opposite. He was very, very sympathetic, but he was like,
I really shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, like he just kind of like let out a big sigh and kind of had this 1,000-yard stare as he looked up, and he just kind of like waved at me. He's like, just go in. Come on, man, go.
I'm about to lose my job, but just.
But at least I can go out knowing I was a nice guy.
My morals are still up.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he wasn't just like, nah, bro, sucks to be you. Like,
sucks to suck. What up?
You know how some bouncers are. They're just like,
Absolutely. You could come in with like. You could come in with the Helen Keller sob story of them all just being like, you could give them the biggest thing like, oh God, and all this, and it's like, well, sucks to suck, get out.
This is my last night to live, dude. Sorry, can't live.
Sorry,
can't bring the girl.
Sorry, well, you should have renewed your idea on your last night.
Hey, you shouldn't have worn camo shorts, buddy.
Oh my fucking God!
All right, so we were
I'm about to say, here comes the story.
We were at Harrisburg a couple of weeks ago, and Harrisburg is, if anybody has never been to Harrisburg, it is essentially a bar.
City.
Like downtown, like 2nd Street.
Well, 2nd Street is definitely its main street for bars, and I mean, like, it's not like, it's a block of bars. It's like literally the entire street is just bars.
Like all sorts of
like
different bars.
Which actually, George Street is starting to develop like that in York now.
Kind of, yeah.
There's supposed to be at least another 2 or 3 bars opening up here on George Street before the end of the fall.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
It is, right?
But we were going to show some of the people that we were with this one bar called Knock. That's a really cool bar.
I've been there once.
One of the guys we were with was wearing camo shorts, so we couldn't get in.
Oh,
and it was kind of like everyone's like all excited, and we're just like, no, we can't tell you about the bar. You just have to go in. You gotta go in. And it was like, what? And then so we're all excited. We get there, and he can't because he's wearing camo shorts. We're just like,
I'm like waiting up the top of the steps, and someone's waving me back down. I'm like, you kidding?
You're like, no.
Like, we're right here. We're about to go in.
Lose the shorts.
Just take them off. Just just color it in with like marker.
Just color in the legs. Yeah, exactly.
Just say you're wearing another pair of underwear under these, and these are called European speed shorts.
Actually, I know a friend of mine in high school for like a solid 2 or 3 months at one point. He was wearing these really like out there shorts, and we were just like, we didn't realize it, and he didn't realize it until later on. But he's just like, yeah, my mom thought she bought me shorts, and I thought they were shorts, and they were actually boxers this entire time. So this guy had been wearing boxers as shorts for like 2 or 3 months.
My friend's dad does that all the time. He's fucking hilarious. He is, that guy. But he will literally just like go to Walmart in his boxers and nobody knows.
Does he buy like the extra large kind of boxers kind of thing?
Like just straight up boxers, but he's just like, nobody knows you're in your boxers. He's
it comes down to one of those confidence things. Like, hey, if you're striding with confidence, like you act like nothing's out of the ordinary. It's like,
yep.
All right, it's fine. People are like, well, that guy's just got weird shorts. All right.
Yeah.
But
all shorts have a dick flap in the front. Apparently, new standard.
I mean, some have dick flaps, some have zippers. Who am I to judge? As long as I can get it out one way or another, that's the important thing.
Good
here.
man.
I don't want it trapped. It's
I need some room. I need some breathing.
Like how they have the Free the Nipple campaign. Let the dick breathe campaign.
Let the dick flop.
Oh my God.
Let it flop.
I don't know if we ever mentioned this, Marcus. That just makes me think of my one friend Andrew. We definitely have to have him on sometime because this guy is a character and a half. Like, he's one of those people that's just so easy to make fun of, but he's hilarious and has a very good sense of humor about it. At one point, we're leaving a movie. I don't remember what movie. We're in high school, maybe like, I don't know, sophomore, juniors, or something like that. My friend Paul's driving along, and Andrew we're talking about the movie. I can't remember. We're like, oh man, this is such a good movie. Like, that was awesome, and blah, 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 blah. And, oh, I like this part, I like that part. And all of a sudden, Andrew just goes, hey guys, want to know what's fun about dicks? And we all stopped, like, dead conversation. Like, no, Andrew, tell us what's fun about dicks. And of course we were laughing prior to that, and then just more fell on his part. He has nothing to say. Like, it was literally, I don't know, it was just like diarrhea of the mouth, just something that blurted out without him like obviously thinking about it.
At some point today, I have to say the words, "Do you want to know what's fun about it?"
Exactly. Like, I have to hit my quota.
I don't know when, but it
sounds like some shit you'd hear at Murph's.
Well, the thing is then like 2 or 3 years later, we were retelling this story because it became one of those stories. Like, oh, you want to hear how dumb Andrew is? Let us tell you about this. And Steve Stein was there, and he goes, "Well, I know what's fun about dicks." We're like, what's that? He goes, "They flop."
Oh.
And ever since then, that has become our answer. Like, you want to know what's fun about dicks? They flop.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I didn't know that.
Now you know. Learn something new. You know.
Maybe something to try when I get home.
So, we have multiple Murph stories, and we like to rip on Murphs.
As if the audience doesn't know yet.
Who's Murph?
He's a shady man that loves to sell us alcohol and tells us to go dance in the
He sells us copious amounts of alcohol.
So, I just remember this one story in particular where I was having myself a wonderful time.
A good old time.
And then, so there was this girl, and I was sucking face with said girl, and then it was like one of those, like, yeah, that was fun, never happened twice, and then...
It happened twice?
No, like 2 years down the line, I made friends with a couple people through other, you make friends with people through other people, and this girl was at a cookout that I was at, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know her from somewhere.
I think she was
like, where
on
do I...
my face with my face.
No. We touched faces, but no, I figured it out. Like, it was one of those,
I know you from somewhere.
Oh! And then she was like kind of the same. She's like, you look like really familiar. And I'm like, I met you at Murph's like 2 years ago.
Like, now where's the connection gonna come in here?
Her face, her eyes got as big as fucking dinner plates. And she was just like, oh. Like, yeah, we're gonna leave that there.
We're just gonna be like, how are you? Great, alright, see you again another, like, never.
Flashbang, and Mark is out.
Oh, God. So, we didn't even get to it at this point yet, though, but, how was everybody's last night? How was Friday? I mean, speaking of Murph's, we all ended up there.
Yeah.
That was not in my itinerary or plan. Like, Lopez hit me up earlier in the morning, actually. That was like 10:30 Friday morning.
Yeah.
And, he's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And it was First Friday down in York. And I was just like, well, Alex is coming in. I think we're probably going to hit up First Friday a little bit. Then after that, I don't know. And he's like, all right, cool. He goes, well, I'm going to be in town. I want to see you. And I'm like, all right, very cool. Let's hang out, yeah. And I just told him, I'm like, yeah, hit me up, keep me on the up, let me know. And didn't hear from him. Alex and I went to dinner. We were out for a little bit on First Friday. It's maybe like 8:30, quarter till 9. And I messaged him. I'm just like, hey, so what's going on? What's the deal?
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, we're gonna be going to Murph's. I'm just leaving my mom's house now. I'll be there in like 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, solid. Like, let's do that. That should be good. And got to Murph's. Actually, I picked up Greg, Travis's girlfriend Bianca, at Falloon's first, and then went to Murph's. And from there, it just exploded. Like, I did not expect nearly as many people that ended up showing up at Murph's. Like,
we had a solid group of characters.
It had to have been at least, like, I don't know, easily 13, 14 people that just kept on coming, you know? Like, I wasn't expecting, first off, I guess Travis must have hit him up, but, like, Steve Stein came out, and normally Steve Stein doesn't come out unless I say something to him, and I didn't even think about it. And, like, Brian was out and up also, and then, like, Sam was out, Tom was out, yeah, like, and then you guys came, like, parading in out of
I didn't know
nowhere.
Marcus was coming because Gio was texting me, and well, actually I was with him. And he was telling me like, I don't think Marcus is coming out. He said he gets off at 11 and blah blah blah.
Yeah, because I hit up Marcus earlier tonight too. Just like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, it's First Friday. Like, we go down to First Friday and show.
Well, I know he said he wasn't doing First Friday, obviously, like because.
Yeah, well, when I asked him, he's like, yeah, I'm working.
Yeah. Well, I figured when he's off at 11, he's probably going to show up in Murph's. But then I was like, all right, I'll text him just in case. Because Gio's like, no, I'm pretty sure he's not. So I text him, no response. In the dark about everything, and then like I show up and I'm there Murph's for a few minutes and make one lap, come back, and there you have it.
Like Batman.
Mark 5.
Marcus!
Everywhere and nowhere at the same damn time.
They call that ever nowhere.
Everywhere.
They don't call it that. That's not
No everywhere.
No everywhere. That sounds like a clothing company. We're
It really does, right there. Trophy Husband's clothing
what we're
company.
doing next.
No everywhere. What up? Who wants to dress like complete degenerates? But we still look good doing it.
Degenerate. It all depends on what circle you're in.
Premium dick flop pants.
Premium! There will be room for your dick to flop in your pants, guaranteed, or your money back.
We have the new Dick Weaver fall line. It's coming in.
You see, actually, I think we just struck gold here, guys. We just found out a
do
whole
left.
market.
To the left.
We just found a whole market of we found a whole market for people our age, people like us who, first off, they need room for their dicks to flop.
Truth.
We get it.
Truth.
We get it.
We understand.
So we've been there. We know. And we do that, and then we have like quick dry shirts, or like those shirts with like the liquid repellent. So it's like, oh no, I spilled my beer on me. No, I didn't.
Okay, if we're speaking,
I feel like you could use those sometimes, Eric.
Yo, I spill quite many drinks. It's actually really a notorious thing that's happening, and I've become semi-infamous for it.
You've almost become as bad as Topher was back in the day for it.
The weirdest thing about it is the fact that I most definitely am not like a klutz or clumsy guy.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when it comes to drinks specifically, I keep spilling on people. And it's never just, oops, I spilled. It's like, I'm sorry, I spilled on you.
it again.
I cannot explain to you how many times I have spilled on
It's like
you.
a full cup.
Dude, what it is, it's like the next generation here, because it's Murph,
No
the next
hands.
gen.
Look, Ma, no hands.
But what is she saying? Spilling on Gio. Back in the day, Topher used to spill on me, and sometimes it'd be like half a cup, sometimes it'd be a full cup. The one time he poured almost an entire pitcher onto my lap. No lie.
Oh, I've done that literally twice in one night.
Yeah.
To Gio.
Yeah, and it's just like
Hey, wait, oh shit! I forgot all about that.
I remember the one time we were sitting in the back, at one of the longer booths, and he's in the far left of one of the corners, I'm on the other end of the table in the one other corner, and he spills, and somehow this beer does like this snake travel to go boom, right into my lap, avoids everybody else, no one else gets it. I'm like, son of a, what the hell, Topher?
He Houdini that beer.
He did, but I mean, there was a while where it was just like, every single time I was out with him, I was like, I'm gonna get a beer spill.
That's how it works. You gotta do it once, and then you gotta just keep doing it because you've already created that reputation. You have to stick with it. You can't just back out.
You don't want to be a quitter. Nobody likes quitters.
Nobody does.
Here's a couple recaps of the Gio instances, and they're pretty fond in my memory right now. Or is that the right word? Pretty fond.
You have fond memories of them.
They're fond memories, but they're firm also. I guess that'd be the right word. Anyway.
Fixated?
Yeah.
Fresh?
They're firm. They don't flop.
They're memories. They're in there.
Hashtag don't flop.
Hashtag no flop. Hashtag all flop.
The first time was, actually, might not have been the first time, but there's a bar.
Oh, he's about to tell us about his first time, Marcus.
Miracles.
At State College, there's a bar called First.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually where I spent my 21st, and then it's also where Gio spent his 21st. So it was in July of last year, and he and I and Francesco went out, and the first time I forget which one was the first time. Neither were really my fault. I don't care, but one of the times, which I'm pretty sure was the first time, was these guys like randomly sat at the table when I was getting back, and I was like, who are these guys? And they were like, oh, they just sat here. So I was like, all right. And I didn't know they had a giant pitcher in front of me. It was pretty dark in there, and then I guess my elbow hit it or something, or I shook the table while I was getting down.
Shook the table while he's getting down.
Yeah, shaking the table while I get it down. So, I do all that, and the thing just completely spilled all over, actually, Gio and Francesco. And then within the same, 10-minute span, I'm like, all right, I spilled. Let me go get a pitcher. And I brought it back, and the stupid table is set up where it's, rectangular, and then at the end of the table where you would think it comes the stand or the leg.
Where the leg would
middle.
be.
Instead, it comes from the edges of the table, then goes in. So me trying to sit in on it like a picnic table is how it's kind of laid out.
Yeah.
My knee bumps it, and it spills again, and it's all over the place. I think the only other one I can remember really that's not been super small incidents has been sucky, because it was Gio's time again. He was out on a kind of date. And we were at Holy Hound, and there was this, my friend was sitting to, his left, my right, across the table, and she wanted a glass of wine. She wanted to, taste the wine that I was drinking. So
all I'm going to say is you can't blame it on the tables in the Holy
Actually,
Hound.
beer. Sorry, it was beer and a wine.
You can't blame it on the tables in the Holy Hound.
Well, no.
Those are firm wooden tables.
No, here's the thing, though. Great tables. However, I think it was one of those where it's I don't know, it was the divot in the middle where I slid the glass across. It was one of those wine glasses, so it's a tiny thing.
Between the wood pieces kind of thing?
So I'm pushing it this way, to my right, where Gio's straight across from me, nowhere in sight. And it hit that little thing and started falling over, and I'm like, no! And I go to grab it, but I ended up just pushing it forward. And it was all over Gio, and he's again, this is oh God. That was the fourth or fifth time within turning 21, pretty much. I got an.
Oh, poor Gio.
I can't even.
Yeah.
I was 21 for 3 months the first time I spilled on it.
Alright. So speaking of train wrecks, did you notice that on Thursday when we hopped on stage,
that's right. You guys.
Everybody kept trying to get on fucking stage.
Yeah. It was really our time. You don't get this time. This is our time.
No, but alright, so
we should explain to the audience here real quick that Eric is actually a artist, musician, does a lot of performances out about underneath the name Devix. Or is that how you pronounce it? Devix? Right?
That's actually you guys are some of the few people who kind of pronounce it.
I was I'm pretty sure that it's Devix, but yeah.
It's one of those things where it's if you're shouting it across the bar, it's gonna sound like Devx. It's Devix, come here.
Yeah.
But when you're talking to me one-on-one and then you say Devx, it's weird because there's an I in there. It's a weird name. It's not it came really from much.
it's a family name. It's a surname.
My great grandfather had it, then his grandfather had it. That's along the line.
Young Devix.
It's if you'll ever go to perform, young Eric, you perform under the family name Devix. You don't have a choice.
The family name Devix.
But yeah, so he performs, and then every once in a while I will perform with him. And
this is at the Depot for Open Mic Night, which actually we've talked about before, and we posted up a picture on the Twitter of these two rocking it out before.
Yeah. But it was girls. Girls kept trying to hop on stage. You should let us. Fucking Joel. But no, they kept saying you should let us
introduce the next song, and you should let us.
and we're just no,
go away.
No.
Well, actually, I don't know if you heard, but there was this one chick. I guess probably freshman, but fresh meat to the bar. Or whatever. I'd never seen her before, but she
fresh meat. They are a person, Eric.
No, fresh meat. They're new. That's all.
They are new. You're not fresh meat. We don't womanize here, Eric.
No. I don't mean it in terms of womanize. I mean literally new unseasoned. God's unsullied dignity. There we go. You have not soiled your perfect innocent little insides just yet. You are fresh meat. So this chick is on the side, to my left where the board is, and I guess they were asking if some chick of their friend of theirs could get on stage and sing their song or whatever the case was, and I'm I guess everyone was yeah, sure, I guess, and I really answered her, but she put the name down, and I think she erased someone else's to put it there, but it was earlier in the list when we'd already been 3 numbers down, and then I hear her calling me aside. She's why did you guys skip reach something? And I was just like, what are you talking about? I look over, see it number 2, and I'm like, we're on like 5 already.
Yeah, like we were past
I'm the
that.
5th one on the list, and we've already technically did 6 too. And she's just like, I'm never coming here again. I was like, what they do?
We'll
like,
see you next
we'll
week.
see you next week.
Like, bummer. One person, never to come again.
But
oh
no.
shoot, it's a college bar. That's gonna really just put them in the hole here, guys.
Please don't put this review on Yelp.
Couldn't get on stage because we don't actually do anything.
1 star!
Exactly.
No, like, people kept
Kick a trash
trying
can.
to jump on stage, and then I had a free hug shirt on, and these girls
Oh,
were like,
snaps.
so I had to, like,
Marcus like,
maneuver.
God dang it, wrong time to wear the shirt. I have to, I'm obligated, the shirt makes me!
Yeah, it's a spoken agreement via shirt.
Can we make a shirt that says free flops?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, techno. The thing is, you don't even need to know what it means because you're probably gonna think it anyway.
Hashtag dick flops.
Hashtag
But yeah, there was that, and then like when we were singing "Sex on Fire" by, I think these girls, I think they were very intoxicated, and they were also on
they
the
were
hunt.
most definitely. Oh, I didn't know that, but they were
No,
definitely.
I just no. Oh yeah, they were fucking gone. But the one, like, while we were singing was like humping the speaker, and they're just like,
I
boiling
saw that.
ashes.
I saw that. I was like, I didn't know how to react to that, to be honest. I just kind of let it go.
Yeah,
I
and
just kinda
like
keep doing the thing.
she tried to get on stage, and I just like pointed at her and scowled, and it was like no, and she.
Bad drunk.
I'm gonna pour out the water, spritzy, back!
Yes, but then she got on stage, but then she turned around and did it back, like, how dare you? But I'm just like, you're off the fucking stage, so get the hell out of here.
I had, I think you knew about this before. There was this chick that I don't start calling them this chick. This girl was on the stage, and this is back when I brought my looper out a lot. This is like a $550 piece of equipment as a pedal alone.
Right.
And she comes up and she's just like, everyone was jumping up, dancing and stuff, and I was like, all right, that's fine. But they all had drinks in their hands, and then she turns to me and she like stares at me down for a second, like she's gonna ask to marry me or something. But her question comes out and it's just, can I push the button like on the pedal? And I was like, no, the button you were looking at right now literally stops all sounds coming from the looper. Like you were going to shut the music off, get away from my pedal, put your drink somewhere. Like I didn't go off on her obviously, but
just like, no.
Dance.
Do you enjoy the music that I am making? Because if you push that button, you will no longer really enjoy it.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
In simple terms, in layman's terms.
In terms for drunkards, music go bye-bye, hit button push.
It was fun though.
Wait, what?
There was another guy, like, he was at the end of the stage right where I was, because Eric was in the middle and I was kind of on the right, and the guy comes up, he's like, hey, what's the next song? Like, I have to know. I'm like, can't tell you, man. Can't tell you. He's like, come on, what do you guys play next? I'm like, nope, you're gonna have to figure it out. He's like, come on, just give me a hint. Just let me know. Just let me know what song's next.
Just let me know.
And I'm like,
Tell me, baby girl.
Well, apparently we didn't know his song either, because I told everyone the wrong song, and I was like, wait, I'm drunk.
yeah, I told them the wrong song.
I told everyone we're playing Everlong, and I was like, wait, no,
started
wait.
Kryptonite,
I
and
meant
then-
Kryptonite, and then
Oh my god.
I hear them jamming, like they're getting it on the spot, but then like they were playing it in B, and I was like, wait, what the
This
is
is
happening? Like I was like,
And then when
oh.
I asked you earlier the night, I was just like, are we doing Jet? And you're like, yeah, let's do Jet. And I'm like, all right, cool, because I wanted to do Jet. And we didn't even do Jet.
Wait, that is right. I did say like let's wait till, because the thing is with Jet, it's a very tough song to sing.
Yeah.
And it's like-
it's good for the end of the set.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like once you do this, you can't sing anymore.
Yeah.
It's like.
Oh, are you doing what? Are you gonna be my girl?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. About to say that one definitely.
Yeah, and we've done it. It's just like it's never been like the first song.
Oh yeah, I remember. I've been there once or twice when you guys have done it. It's sick.
with that.
Yeah. Well, we also got a kind of Matt kind of needed us off because the time was going over.
Yeah,
a bit,
sure.
So we were like, all right.
But it's funny because Matt also made a request.
Did he really?
Yeah, because remember Matt wanted us to play Fall Out Boy.
Oh, that is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys do Fall Out Boy too, really
The only
well.
reason we didn't do it was because thank you, by the way. The only reason we didn't do it was because Aaron. what's his name? Ryan's not with us anymore. Like he's up in New Jersey again.
Oh, okay.
So he was the drummer, and the new drummer's he's not like our drummer specifically, but he's a really good drummer. But he doesn't know like particular stops and whatnot. And I mean, and
that song specifically, because you guys do Dance Dance, there are certain moments where it has to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like the one that we tried to get down for like a month, because it was like I think. We kept not doing the stop, or like I kept not hearing your voice, so I would just kind of like keep playing the same part because like you never came through the monitors for a while.
It took us like the third time was actually like I say third time's a charm, but it really was.
We finally like nailed it.
We nailed it, and then that was the night you guys were out because we did that, and then we did Jet, and both went fucking swimming.
Yeah, I'm about to say you guys nailed it that night. I don't remember why the hell I was out that night.
I think it was like one of the last nights. I think it was getting close to the end of the semester.
Yeah, it was because you were out with Luke, and that was the night Luke kept trying to like make a pose, dude. I'm like, fuck you, Luke.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just kind of have to stop and think. I'm like, why the hell was I out on a Thursday night? Because blah blah blah. Like I have work on the next morning and all that jazz. But it's like
adulting,
because I do it with the best of them.
Nick Lentz. Professional adult.
Here's my card.
Yeah.
We need to have those cards made up. Trophy husbands, professional adults.
What does this mean? This means I don't fuck for money. I need an actual job.
I mean, some adults do that though.
Oh, dude. All right. So there apparently is a style of pornography in, I believe it's Japan, which is essentially a game show. Where they offer a certain amount of money, like if you last 10 minutes, you get like $1,000.
What?
Can I go?
Yeah, right? It's like
I could do that. I could just go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's go. Let's go make thousands.
Yeah, like, thousands on thousands.
We're fucking combining and we're investing in stock on this porn.
All I gotta ask is like, what's up with the Japanese guys that they can't do it for like 10 minutes?
No, it's just weird. Like they just make everything to a weird fucking game show. So it's just like last 10 minutes.
How many spiders can you let bite your fucking eyeballs? We'll see.
More after the commercial break.
How many spiders can bite your dick and still get it in?
With the spider still on.
Yes.
I mean, it's a win-win either way. It's a win. I mean, my question is, do you just go from the jump, or do they let you get a warm-up in? Because
what's the sitch?
I'm trying
to full deets here.
Yeah, I got
the full details.
Yeah.
Hey, Japan porn game host, call us.
Yeah, it's essentially a game show version of a fucking snuff film. Like you're getting paid to just bang some chick in a nurse costume for 10 minutes.
Hopefully 10 minutes if you can manage.
Yeah, I mean...
It really depends on how well she wears the costume.
Deets. On the deets.
I would like a PowerPoint presentation on what this is going to be like. Just so I know what I'm getting into.
Most Honorable Erickson. Let me explain you PowerPoint in how this game show works.
Fuck. Wow.
You know what I hate? I'm thinking, we're talking about Japanese, I'm thinking Asian, I'm thinking game show. It's not actually, can't speak, necessarily a Asian show, but they have like the gong and during the Silent Library. I hate that show. I don't
think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I don't think it's great. Like I think the concept is good, but the laughter just always seems so fake. And I think it's because obviously we're not the ones in it, but essentially you get everyone gets to pull a card, and whoever pulls the skull card, like it's obviously face down. Whoever gets the skull card has to like play or do some like really
stupid game,
dumb or something that's going to make them laugh, and like the more you laugh, the more points you lose, the more money you don't make. So
I think I could totally rock that, because people are just like, yeah, you're really happy and nice and all this stuff, but you don't really laugh a whole lot, like the genuine laugh. Like I'm like, oh yeah, like that's funny, but like it has to be something. Normally the things that make me laugh are normally like inside jokes or something that I'm just like, oh man, like that's great. But
part of the trick is it's not just laughing; it's also like just literally any noise. Like you can't be like tapping your foot.
But they have like a decibel meter, so it's kind of like how loud it gets.
Oh well, then I would completely lose. Cause I just like, oh hi, thanks for having me. God dang, I just lost 1,000 points.
Hey wait, oops.
Shut up. I talk really loud. This is my whisper.
What?
Speaking of game shows, I think it was over in Germany, somewhere over there. They had a game show where there was a car that you like.
Ate.
Yeah. 8 cars?
No, you eat.
No, you ate the car. You eat it. And it's an edible car, and they see how fast you can eat this car. No.
Fork and spoon.
I prefer mine with a...
Can I get a little bit of hot sauce?
I like a spork with mine.
I was just about to say, you don't get a fork and spoon, you get a spork.
I think I meant fork and knife, but I fucked up.
But you essentially you steal this car and see how long you can evade the police.
So it's GTA
Do
of
you
life.
actually go to jail if you get caught? Like, did you actually commit a crime kind of thing?
I think it's kind of like you get like in holding for a certain amount, or if you get away, you actually get the car.
Oh my god.
I was go buy it.
It just sounds like GTA of real life.
GTA Go.
GTA Go, yes.
It's happening. It's happening.
GTA Go.
They're like, all right, we had really good success with Pokemon Go. Now, what's the next one we're gonna do? Rockstar's just like, yo, GTA, let's do it. GTA in real life, IRL, what up?
Not.
But apparently, they had really good success with Pokemon Go out of the gate, and I think it was the development team or somewhere has been like fucking up and making terrible updates, and also like
They have. It's. I mean, what it was is like they weren't prepared for the popularity of it right off the bat. So like for the first like 3 or 4 days that the game was officially released, you could get on for maybe 3 minutes, and then the servers just crashed.
Yeah. Well, when you're, I've dealt in with a little bit of video game like development and whatnot. I actually did testing in Maryland for a while, full time, surprisingly. Not well paid, but anyway.
Okay, that's still like halfway.
Across-
That's like halfway living the dream for many people. Like I got paid to test video games.
Yeah.
Here's what she said.
In one game the whole time, but yeah. Well, I don't know. Like coming from that perspective, I feel like knowing your game, especially, like, here's my confusion. You have been literally making people's lives so much better for so long because everyone loves Pokemon. Everyone's playing it on handheld. Everyone's buying Pokemon accessories.
How do you not see the popularity of it coming?
Exactly. You are now literally letting people do what they've been trying to do.
What they've been wanting to pretend that they're doing.
Yeah. And now you're giving them that, pretty much all of that in real life. And you didn't expect it to like take off. A free app. Not even something you're paying. I mean, they
have systems that you can buy stuff in, but yeah.
But it's just like you knew your shit, you son of a bitch.
Man, I just wish that it wasn't a private company because then, well, since it's overseas, we can't get stock in it. Like if, obviously, the idea of Pokemon Go, even before we were just like, this is going to be pretty big. Could you imagine if we could have gotten like, all right, let's get 10 shares of this shit.
Oh, like Nintendo's shares went up like 100% or something like that overnight because of it.
It's crazy how much. Oh man, I just, hey, Bill Gates, you wanna go have some shares, buddy?
Come on, go ahead, Jesus.
Let's do this.
Hey, Bill Gates, let's do Halo Go. Like make Halo in real life.
Apparently, Halo was going to be I think they were going to do it for the 3DS.
Really?
And it didn't happen. It was in the developmental stages.
You know what else was in developmental stages? The freaking Halo movie.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be full on. What I heard happened was apparently the guy that was helping big time on like cinematography and like the 3D and whatnot on Avatar was originally in the process of making Halo already because they did have some clips and stuff that you could watch. But the issue was not necessarily an issue because Avatar is a good movie, but who was that did that movie? I can't even remember the director.
Was that James Cameron?
James Cameron, yeah.
So whoever it was had like promised James that like when he was ready to make that movie or some movie in particular that he would go and help him. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of this Halo project, James is like, oh, by the way, I need your help. Like, we're doing it now. And then James is like, oh, well, fuck Halo, let's go Avatar.
I heard it was just money. Like, they pulled together so many resources. I don't say fuck ton, but it was still
they went
enough.
to Pandora or whatever it is and stole all the resources. So that's probably what they done.
Taking everything we want.
And leaving us everything we don't.
No, but
I think they reenacted the whole Native American scene, like they took over the land and just was like, this is mine. You can't have it.
Essentially. But that's the thing with like movies trying to make a story out of a video game. You have to think a video game is so expansive.
Oh yeah, and I mean a video game tells a story, and even like the shortest of them tell a story over like a 12 or 14 hour period.
Yeah. And
minus apparently the Order 1886. That game's like 2 hours long, but it looks really good, so I kind of still want to get it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite games is this very simplistic one called, I always call it ICO. It's actually ECO, but it's ICO.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, that game, if you know what you're doing and how to play it, you can beat that game in, like, 4 hours.
Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes, the prequel to Shadow of the Colossus, but it's just like I don't know, when I first played that game, I was like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's a very simplistic story, and like it's Save the Princess and the Castle story. But I always have loved that
Very
game.
unique and artsy.
It is. It absolutely is.
But even like when it's done well, there's still so much like for example, Street Fighter has amazing anime that it can only tell like chapters at a time because there's so much going on.
Yeah. I mean, really, you look at it, and there have been very few and far between of video game adaptations into movies that have been successful. Like, Tomb Raider did okay with itself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they were good, but they got up to the point where I think there were 3 of them, because people did still keep going to see them.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, I never saw it, but apparently, like, all the World of Warcraft people loved that movie. And then, even though it's very loosely based off the series, it basically just takes the premise and throws in a handful of the characters every once in a while. The Resident Evil series in the movies has done very well for itself. Even though
I stopped liking them. They started going out on Matrix, and I was just like,
well, they're about to put out like what's being advertised as the final one. I saw an advertisement for it in theaters the other day. I'm just like, all right.
At the same time, are they going to pull? What was the 4th Final Destination? It was called The Final Destination.
Yeah.
And then they made another one. I'm just like, what's going on?
That's kind of what always killed me with anything that has final. Like, the Final Fantasy is like Final Fantasy 1. I'm like, alright, cool. Final Fantasy 2. Wait, no, you said it was the final one the first time. Now it's like Final Fantasy 15. I'm like, what about all those other finals?
last ones.
Exactly. But, yeah, like, I mean, I'm always curious to see what they're going to do, but I'm always just like, you're never going to be able to do it as well. Like, one of Naughty Dog's games that came out that I know they're really heavily looking into making into a video game is The Last of Us. And if you guys have played it,
it is phenomenal.
Oh my god, the story in that is just like mind-bogglingly awesome. And I mean, I think you could get that across in a movie, but at the same time, like, I don't know if you can get across the relationship that builds and develops in a 2-hour film.
Yeah, it would. Okay, if they did it like a mini series.
Yes, that's how it should be. Because I mean, you think about it. For anyone who hasn't played it, the game is broken up into seasons. It's broken up into the 4 seasons of the year. So basically, even if you made this movie 2 hours, 2.5 hours, it's like each season, relatively speaking, if you were to do it evenly, would have to be like a half hour, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
When in the game, each season's probably at least 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, like it would benefit them to maybe even try and get like an HBO or a Cinemax to work with them, because not only could it be beneficial for them as far as subscribers, because people would want to see it, because the game is phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely.
It would benefit them content-wise, because think about how gruesome the game can be.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure your guys' the main character you play as is Joel. I'm sure you guys probably saw some of the gruesome deaths of Joel.
Yeah, like him getting literally his face ripped in half and getting eaten and shit.
Yeah.
But it would benefit them to not try and squeeze it into a 2-hour frame, like not even a movie. A game movie, but remember the first G.I. Joe and how much they tried to do, and how it just felt like G.I. Joe was tripping all over itself, because you're trying to take so much lore and then
compress it in. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna miss everything. It's just gonna be sloppy.
Exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah. But if they do it if they kind of spread it out and space it out, then it
could be done right.
It could be done very well.
You guys want to know something that was also kind of sloppy here?
I know it.
We bring up stories in here sometimes, Eric, and
not Dick.
this one's an interesting one.
Floppy.
I don't know. It might have been floppy.
Hey.
Pennsylvania police charge man with having sex with a miniature pony.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that online.
And I mean, it's a relatively local thing. Police in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, have charged a Lancaster County man with sexually molesting a miniature pony. I'm just like...
It's mind-boggling, what it takes to be first of all, to find it attractive. Because you have to, on some level, kind of maybe find it attractive.
Did he think he was going to be 23% cooler or some shit?
On a second thought, no, not a second thought. That sounded like I was going to agree with the guy.
Look, I'm not going to condemn him because, we all have these thoughts, right, guys?
Well,
right, guys?
on a second level, on a second level of, what the fuck are you doing? Would you not be... I'd be pretty scared to, go try to fuck a horse in the ass. That thing's...
Well, I mean, have you guys... There's the one guy on the internet that was, known for it. His name was, Mr. Hands or something. He died from trying to have sex with a horse.
Because the ejaculation of a horse has the force of a fucking shotgun, so it turned his inside into an organ omelet. That's what the fuck happened.
Yes.
That's why you don't try and fuck animals, because they're more, who the fuck?
My little pony. You naughty pony.
But wait, guys, but
Pony,
what if someone could actually create the Minotaur?
I like that Eric's trying to defend this guy. Look, he was just trying to do what no man has done before.
He just doing science.
Travis Wagner, 21 years old, is just trying to get something done here. He's look,
trying to get it in.
I'm going where no one has gone before. I'm Captain Kirk. I'm pioneering here. I'm Christopher Columbus.
You fucking let that one guy put a fucking key on the kite?
I wonder if the horse was pull my mane.
Oh God.
Yeah, you give me those sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes are not a euphemism for balls.
Give me that carrot.
Oh wait, okay. I was gonna say this sounds really familiar. We were doing this thing that was at the college hack. There was a, what do they call them? What are those comedy groups that on the spot?
Improv.
Improv, yeah. It was an improv group. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But they got on stage and they had a situation where they had two people come up. So it was a guy and a girl, and then they also were a guy and a girl, and they would come up and they would stop in the middle of their sentences, and you just had to think of something on the spot to tell them to say.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I think the girl was getting mad or something like that. I forget what it was exactly, but sugar cube was the first thing that popped into my head. But the sentence came off "I'm gonna sugar cube you," and it was, and she was just wait. She actually stopped because she was wait, is that a thing I don't get? Is that...
That's a thing these kids these days do.
That's exactly what she was asking. I was just no.
Do kids sugar cube these days?
Yeah.
They do now.
Yeah, they do.
It's I don't know about you guys, but at Murph's tonight,
I'm sugar cubing all over the place, man.
Yeah, hey yo girl.
Hey yo girl, you wanna come back to my place to sugar cube?
Damn.
Try to cube it up.
Fucking right.
Cube it up, sugar.
Just listen to fucking Chariots on Fire the entire time.
Come on, fucking horse, man. Oh my god!
That's fucking why. That's why that guy was fucking a horse. Because we have those horse masks and everyone's wearing them, and then maybe he saw some chick in a horse mask.
He's trying to make...
And now he's just that's my thing. Well, it's said in the article that he did it twice before.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man.
Why?
He's going with the mentality, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But it is.
It's
so
not to
broke.
him.
It's so broke.
He's trying to make the
It
Minotaur.
literally doesn't make money. It's broke. There's no way that horse has a job.
That horse is not going to provide.
You don't know. It could be a racing horse. It might have cup money, man.
It's a miniature pony.
Okay, it could do like the little kiddie rides.
No, it does the adult rides.
I knew someone was going to go there. As soon as I said the little kiddie rides, I knew someone was going to go there.
Yeah, at Wagner Farms.
We wag a lot. But I want, like, what compelled him to just be like, because, dude, you know, he's probably sitting there one day.
He's like, you know what seems like a good idea? Little ponies.
Or a dick. Or he was just, like, driving somewhere, and he's, like, going to get lunch.
And then he just stops and
And
turns the car around.
Yeah. He sees it like he's at a picnic
No, he rolls down his window and like, hey girl, what you doing tonight?
I kind of picture it as this. He's probably like laying in bed, like just every other guy, every other girl that's just kind of going through shit. And they're, let's go on Facebook. I'm like, maybe he's talking to a couple chicks or something. He's just like, Stephanie, maybe Barbara, she's cute. And then like, he goes past a meme with just with a pony. And he's
already got a hard on because he's like thinking about these girls.
Like, yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna text either of them. I'm just gonna go fuck this pony right here. Like, I'm going.
Jump on it, let's do it. Jump on it, jump on my pony. I'm so cute, baby. I've been holding my hand so long.
on a different pony-related story. Not fucking ponies.
Can we end his part of it with "Stay Golden, Pony Boy"?
Yeah.
And then,
Stay golden, pony boy.
now we're on. What is this? What do you got for us?
No. But there used to be this little farm around here where you can go and like get lunch, and they had ponies. But you're essentially in the enclosure with the ponies. Like, you can hang out and have lunch, but then you have like the fucking horse like flopping over trying to like sniff your sandwich and shit. I was young. I was probably like 6 or 7.
Sounds like the Scar deal.
But I think my mom has a picture because it was myself, her, my godbrother, and my godmother at the time, and like my godbrother is just like in the picture looking freaked the fuck out, like fuck this pony, but like the horse's head is just like sup, bro, you're eating that sandwich, in the fucking picture.
There's a cheese in that.
Hey man, I like cheese.
Hey man, is that some turkey I'm smelling, man? I love me some turkey, bro.
That's like
You got some sugar cubes?
My cousin had her acetique, and she went with my other cousin over the summer because we always go to Rehoboth, and Rehoboth isn't far from the acetique.
Yeah.
And we were just like, so
Too.
how was acetique? And she was like, well, there was horses, and then there was just like 2 horses just having sex in the middle of the beach. And just like, all right, that's cool. And she was kind of like same thing, like, yeah, they were all cool until they started like banging right there on the beach. But could you imagine, like, all right, I'm gonna ride this wave in, and you accidentally like ride a wave into the middle of a horse sex session? Just like,
oh god, human dicks aren't the only ones that flop.
It's like, dude, fucking knock.
come on, man,
Get a room. God, get a barn, guys.
dude, oh my gosh, get a fucking
stall.
enclosure. Like,
It is actually kind of cool though when you're down in the Outer Banks, like when you see wild horses just going along. I always loved that because my family used to do like yearly trips down there back when I was a kid, and I always thought that was kind of wild. I'm just like, oh man, like wild horses.
yeah.
Who knew those were still a thing?
Yeah, my sister, she lives out in Bournemouth, England, and she gets to kind of travel around there, obviously, since she lives there, and it's really easy to get around. She gets to these, like, cliffside areas and these beachy areas, and she's walking her dog, and there's just horses, like, just chilling.
Yep.
Just having
horses.
sex.
Smoking a
right
blunt,
back.
like,
Yep.
drinking a couple.
Yeah. Hey, man, Friday.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey,
bro.
you're an adult horse. Yeah, Wild Horses is not just a song by Bishop, but it's an awesome song by Bishop, and you should listen to it.
I don't know that song.
I'll have to
I'm
play
gonna
it
have
for
to
you.
listen to it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to listen
You've
to
heard
it.
it.
No, you've heard it.
I know you.
No, you heard it. No, you heard it.
You've heard it.
Like you know, you heard it.
You know.
And That's all I had.
On that note, why don't we wrap it up here? We're just about an hour deep here, guys. Marcus, take it away.
All what she said. All of that. She said all of
Let's
that.
wrap it up. We're
Wrap it up. We're about an hour
deep.
deep. Marcus, take
Take it away.
And I will.
You see, he would have won $6,000 on that Japanese game show right there.
We would have been like going to Vegas right now, boys.
That Carnival Cruise.
Yeah, dude. I'm
like, hey, guys.
down.
My treat. Let's go to Vegas. What? What?
What did you do? I performed.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank my friend Viagra. I mean,
sponsor.
Cute.
Yeah, she's good. New sponsor.
Sugar Cube.
Yeah.
You know, I heard she's into programming.
C++. As I see this dick.
CD++.
I see that.
See me plus.
Whoa!
Hey-o.
Alright, enough bad puns. Anyway, yeah,
No, I have 7 more.
I mean, the floor is yours, sir.
I lied. I'm so sorry.
Liar.
He's a witch. Burn him. Anyway.
You won't.
No, I won't.
You won't burn me alive. Come on.
Let's
do
Let's
it.
not take it there.
No, we're already in this.
I was saying, we're already kind of melting alive, not quite burning, but melting. And it's actually a cooler and beautiful day out, but it still gets hot as balls
Yeah,
in
we
here.
gotta get some air.
Well, we are under
Cotton.
a lot of covers.
Yeah.
A lot of covers. Not touching, but we are under kind of the same covers.
If
guys.
somebody didn't know that there was a microphone in here and they just saw it from the outside, like, what is this? This is
What?
the adult sex hut.
I really want my landlord to come through and just be like, what the? I said you guys, what the hell? Like,
It's a fucking fort, and you're not invited because you don't have the password. Go away.
This is
no
how-
landlords allowed.
This is how I make my Swedish soap operas. So I can send them to the people that.
Wow! Wow, what a pullback!
Yeah, that's what I do here, landlord, sir. But anyway, you can find me on Twitter at QUEZMAV, same for Instagram, QUEZMAV, and then Snapchat is SIRMAV. I will post things eventually, and you can like them if you want. That's it.
All right, Eric, you wanna pimp out yourself, your music? I mean, let the people know.
Yeah, so I'll make fucking sick beats. You know, I'm on that trip now.
Now this one's actually real here, folks. This isn't like Will when he was saying BS. Eric actually does perform, and he's quite good.
I'm actually playing at an event tomorrow. I don't know if this is gonna go out by tomorrow.
No, it won't be out until Tuesday.
If you guys can travel back in time by the time this goes out.
You have a DeLorean sitting by with some plutonium in a flux capacitor.
88 miles per hour.
I do have a few shows coming up, occasionally out of state, occasionally out of town, etc. But you can find it all at devix.me, spelled DEVIX.me. That has a link to all the good stuff: Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, and YouTube, and Instagram, and then Snapchat. Since that was brought up, I'm not hilarious, but I'll put up some good snaps every once in a while. You can do, I think it's just Devix1994, because I'm a little bitch. So I couldn't come up with anything else.
It's all right. It's all right. My username across the board isn't. I mean, it's generic as all hell.
Also, Thursday nights at the Depot.
That's right. Every Thursday night at the Depot here in York, PA, you can catch catch Eric hosting and performing.
Yeah, host every other week, and I'm pretty much there every week though. So that's the thing. You guys should come out.
You should
Get your drink on.
Get your drink on.
$5
Get your drink
pitchers.
on.
Get your ears on.
That's right. $5 liquor pitches. What up?
Here's some covers, get some pictures,
Yeah.
make some good decisions.
No.
No, not on that last one.
We're not on the same page anymore.
But alright then, folks, you can catch me on Snapchat. You can catch me on Snapchat, Instagram, and on Twitter, all under NLenz42. That's NLENZ42. You can also hit up the official Trophy Hut. No, not this time. You can also hit up the official Trophy Husbands Twitter at The True Trophies. And don't forget that new episodes are going to be coming out every single Tuesday, coming at you, Trophy Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
So a special thanks again to Eric for filling in and chilling. We hope you come back. This has been awesome.
Just tell me when. Tell me where. I don't know where it is.
All right.
I'm here now.
We blindfolded him. He doesn't know where he came in at. It has to be secret. It's a secret. Is it safe? On that note, guys, catch a new episode every Tuesday on Trophy Tuesdays. Have a good week.
Be safe.
Bye.